brother to know I was here. I want my sisters to know I was here. I want my great-granddaughter to know I was here.
Take it away.
Really?
Hi, I'm Maya Kelleher, and I play Alice Paul.
My name is Mariah Grandy, and I play Carrie Chapman Catt.
My favorite thing about my character is how relentless she is. Alice does not take no for an answer and is always trying to find the next way to make her goal happen.
What I like most about Carrie Chapman Catt is her stubbornness, her unwillingness to compromise, because it's rare that I get to feel that way.
The show Suffs is about the unsung women who helped pass the 19th Amendment. So we see different generations, different groups trying to get the same common goal achieved, but we also see them butting heads. We see tension. We see them having a good time. We see some really sad times as well, but all in all, it's a pretty wide lens of how the 19th Amendment, the right to vote, got passed for women.
Stepping into something that is this big feels like an enormous responsibility, and it also feels like a great privilege because it is such an under-researched and under-reported part of American history. And to get to educate and entertain so many audiences of such widely varying ages and multi-generations of families about this part of history that affects over half of the population, I don't think the import of that can be overstated. And the fact that the show is unbelievably fun and entertaining, and the songs are bangers. Like, there's just, I don't know. It's all thriller, no filler, baby.
Yeah. I mean, as actors, we're storytellers, and this is the ultimate way to tell a story, is to tell history.
Yeah.
And Shaina also played Alice Paul on Broadway. So not only did she write this fantastic musical that she won these 2 Tonys for, she was also starring in the musical at the same time and telling the story every night.
I think my favorite number is Respectfully Yours, Dudley Malone. It shows the evolution of character in one tiny encapsulated thing, and it is also the one number in our show that is lifted entirely from an historical document. And Brandy Porter, who plays Dudley Malone, gives a masterclass every night. And it's one of the few moments where it is a person alone on stage in front of a pretty simple backdrop. It's not a huge, heavy sing, but it conveys so much. And it's really where, I feel like it's where the story really turns.
Yeah, it's really specific. It brings men into the fight as well, that specific song. I would also say I love the song Great American Bitch because it's so fun. It's reclaiming this term. You see this group of women just enjoying themselves after a great triumph, and I think it's a moment for not only the actors on stage, but for the audience to take a deep breath and have a collective laugh, which I think is really important as we work through the story together.
I don't think we realized, well, I don't want to speak for Maya. I don't think I realized when we were in the rehearsal room, I don't think I realized how informative the audience's reactions would be to us. The audience is always the final cast member to join the company, right? So you spend your time in this vacuum in the rehearsal hall, and after a while it becomes sort of this echo chamber where by the time you get it in front of an audience, you're sitting there going, is this good? Because it's just been us in a vacuum for so long. But to have the audience be so engaged from the beginning, and that manifests in many different ways. Like, we've had some audiences that were much more reserved than others, and they both have such huge impacts on us.
I think what's been really fun about audiences is that everywhere we go, they connect with different aspects of the story, So every time we're in a new state, there's something historical there about the suffrage movement, and that really hits home for those audience members. And it's really cool to see how it impacts different audiences all across the U.S.
Yes. I feel like we're all learning from each other. Like, the audience informs us so much with every city that we go to, both about how they're enjoying the show, but also the role that, as Maya said, the role their own city or their state played in the suffrage movement.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
It's a huge connection point for all of us as they trust us to go on this journey through this kind of tumultuous story. It's been very cool. I think the group of people that we're touring with, it's a very loving, wonderful group of people. We have a wide age range in the cast, and everyone cares so deeply about telling this story and doing a really solid job every night, and I cherish that.
Yes. Also, people really love to eat on this tour. So it's been very fun to get to explore the ins and outs of the food scenes. I went to Fong's on Monday.
I went to Oak Park last night for my anniversary. It was very good.
Yes, so you have the ridiculous and the sublime.
Yes. No, I've never been to Iowa.
No, my dad is from Sioux City, but yeah.
I don't know that.
People should come and see Suffs because it is about American history and because it is about when all was said and done, like a 100-year chapter in a 250-year-old story. And it's something that a lot of people don't know anything about. People take for granted the fact that women have the right to vote.
And I think when people come to see the show, we're telling the story of history, but we're also inviting you to join the conversation about what history is for the U.S. and what it's going to be going forward. We really tap into that cyclical aspect of history, of activism, and we hope you come and feel some hope at the end, and maybe you'll shed a tear, maybe you'll make a new friend in your
maybe
aisle.
you'll be motivated to do something.
Yeah.